the boys. Okay, water breaks over. YouTube videos on Bikejoring. I got all the gear and I started Bikejoring with Jake. I taught him just by riding the same loop every day. Not every day, but 3 times a week we'd ride the same loop every time. And I'd give him the commands at each turn. And he knew what we were doing. So associate that, and I wasn't 100% sure if he knew or not until we just started going different ways, or different trail, different park, and he figured them out. For a while I wasn't sure because there was a couple of turns that he always seemed to go the wrong way. So I'm like, does he know it? Does he not know it? He did. He just likes to go, if he wants to go a certain way, he'll try and ignore the command, but he'll do it. It just made me wonder if he knew or not. So that's how I got into Bikejoring. I started looking online for other people that did it, or clubs. I found in my area in Washington State, K9 Scooters Northwest. They do a lot of fun runs. A lot of them are more up north than me, but we'll drive so far for a fun run. And then I found Northwest Sled Dog Association, and they do like races and stuff. So we've done that. We've done a novice race and then 2 real races. They're super nice people. I really like them, so I did join their club. And I try to make it out to their races. We also do flyball. I've been a member of the Cascade Comets for over 20 years now. So Jake does that. And so now we're kind of finding out, we have to figure out which flyball tournaments we're going to which sled dog dryland racing we're going to, and then also have time at home to do yard work and stuff like that. Now Elwood is the second dog there in the red harness. He is a result of don't cruise Pathfinder when you're bored. He was one I saw. I really liked the freckles. It was something that really endeared me to Jake. And Elwood has the freckles too. And so I would look, and then I'd go and Pathfinder again and see if he was still there, hoping he wasn't, that he'd found a home. And he hadn't, and he hadn't, and he hadn't. My husband caught wind, and so he would ask too, like, oh, did that dog find his home yet? Or, oh, what are you checking? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I just want to look on there one day and have him not be there. I looked every day for a month. He was on Pathfinder. He was at a Humane Society in Bellingham. And my husband, I never asked for him or anything. We already had 2 dogs. Our other little dog is a poodle mix, and he's like 14. So the plan wasn't to get another dog until sometime after he passed. And my husband just asked me, he texted me at work one day and said, if you want to go look at him, we can go look at him, which really means, we're going to get him. so long as he fits. And so I put in the application. They called me within like 10 or 15 minutes, which was a little unnerving that they called so fast and they've had this dog so long. So he, now I gotta remember which way we turn up here. I always get this one wrong. I think we go G. I think. We might be Ha. Which way, Jake? Which way to Grandma's house, huh? I think it's this way, because we gotta loop around that way. All right, let's go. Don't get tangled. Let's go, let's go. It might be the other way. He's looking back. We'll see. We'll figure it out. I think they both end up in the same place. Anyways, we went up that weekend and met him. He's a little nutbag, but we liked him. He had been at the shelter for 2 months, not one. I had just found him when he'd been there 1 month, and he was left in their overnight cage, and he was about a year old at that point. Jake doesn't always get along with other dogs. In fact, most of the time he doesn't get along with other dogs. With a proper introduction, like going for a walk, he can get along, but it just takes him a while. And and Elwood had a reputation at the shelter for being a lot for other dogs. So I was like, this is either going to be like a match made in heaven or a complete disaster. Like, there's not going to be any in between. And when they met, Elwood, of course, is trying to... Jake was doing a good job at ignoring him, but Elwood was trying to get him to play, and pester. And Jake finally just let him have it. And it was over in just a few seconds. And Elwood went over and sat by one of the volunteers quietly, and the volunteers were kind of astonished. They said, he's never done that before. So I thought that was kind of funny. And I was like, well, obviously Jake's not going to kill him. That's kind of Jake's first step of accepting. And it was within just a few minutes. So I was like, I can work with this. And we picked him up that week after he was neutered. And Jake's been an awesome big brother to him. He protects him. He loves him. They get along so well. I couldn't ask for a better pair. And they've given the scuff sometimes, I won't lie. They do, but it's over in a second. Gee. And yeah, we're going the right way. And they match each other really well doing this. And now I've got two, so I've got an extra bike and an extra setup. So like if I have a friend who wants to go along, I can take them, or I can take both. I did start using this line so they're one in front of the other, because Elwood does like to mow at Jake. And if you see him, you'll notice him looking back. Elwood likes everybody to stay together. And usually if my parents go with me or someone goes with me, like I know the trails, so they want me in front. But I usually like to put Jake with the newbie rider because he'll take care of him. But Elwood doesn't want to be in front. He wants everybody to stay together, so he's always like looking back. He's at the point where I think I could put him with a no-looky rider and he would be fine. Ha! The boys. He's getting to be a lot better. He just does like to follow. So anyways, that's how I got into it. That's kind of just more of a story of my dogs, Jake and Elwood. yeah, I hope that's what you were looking for. For talking about the sport. If you want me to talk more about the sport, I can do that. I don't really like talking while I ride. The reason I do these videos is just because I like watching them too, and then friends or family want to watch them. YouTube is an easy way to share, and there's not a ton of bike touring videos out there, so if there's more on there, then I can do that. But I am by no means someone who's looking to produce content or anything like that. I kind of load these up. I'm not even good at editing or anything, so, and I don't have any desire to do that either. So if I happen to catch a comment, I'll try and answer a question, but otherwise I really just do this because it's fun. And if I catch wildlife, one of these days I'll catch the bear on a video or something like that. So anyways, we're gonna continue our ride to Grandma and Grandpa's house, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks.